You walk into an empty house. The TV is off. Your phone is face down. No music, no voices, nothing. Within seconds, your hand is already reaching for something to fill the quiet. A show, a podcast, anything. You tell yourself you just like background noise. But the real answer is far stranger. Your discomfort with silence isn't a personality trait. It's a survival instinct that never got the memo that the danger is gone. Think about the last time a room went completely quiet. A classroom, a dinner table, an elevator. Did it feel peaceful, or did it feel like something was wrong? Most people say the second one. And that reaction is older than language itself. Here's the reframe. Silence was never neutral for your ancestors. On the open grassland, sound meant life. Birds calling, insects buzzing, wind moving through grass. That constant hum was proof the environment around you was safe, active, unthreatening. But when a predator moved close, the birds stopped singing, the insects went still, the grass fell silent. Quiet wasn't calm. Quiet was a warning. Your brain still runs that same alarm system today. It just doesn't know the predators are gone. In 2014, psychologist Timothy Wilson at the University of Virginia ran an experiment that sounds almost unbelievable. He asked people to simply sit alone in a room with their thoughts for around 15 minutes. No phone, no book, just silence. Many participants found it so unbearable that, when given the option, they chose to give themselves a mild electric shock rather than sit with nothing. 2/3 of the men in the study shocked themselves at least once. One participant shocked himself nearly 200 times. Pain, it turned out, was easier to sit with than silence. Why would a species built for survival choose pain over stillness? Because silence doesn't just remove sound, it removes information. And your brain is an information-hungry machine that evolved in an environment where missing information could get you killed. When there's nothing to listen to, your mind doesn't relax. It starts scanning, searching, waiting for the next sound that tells it whether you're safe. This is where the twist gets interesting. Neuroscientist Naomi Eisenberger at UCLA found something that changed how we think about social pain. Using brain scans, she discovered that social exclusion, being ignored, being left out, being alone, activates the same regions of the brain as physical pain. The anterior cingulate cortex lights up whether you stub your toe or get left out of a conversation. Your brain doesn't fully distinguish between the two. Isolation isn't just uncomfortable. To your nervous system, it can register as an injury. Now put those two findings together. Silence signals potential danger. Isolation signals potential harm. So, when a room goes quiet, your brain isn't just bored. It's running two ancient alarms at once, both telling you the same thing. Fill this, fix this, make noise. But there's a deeper layer underneath even that. In 2010, Harvard researchers Matthew Killingsworth and Daniel Gilbert tracked people's happiness in real time using a phone app that pinged them randomly throughout the day. They asked 2 questions each time. What are you doing? And where is your mind? The results were surprising. People's minds wandered nearly half of their waking hours, and almost every time their mind wandered, they reported being less happy, even when the task they were doing was pleasant. The researchers summarized it in one striking phrase. A wandering mind is an unhappy mind. Silence is the exact condition that lets your mind wander the most. There's no external noise competing for attention, so your thoughts drift, often toward worry, regret, or unresolved stress. Silence doesn't create those thoughts. It just stops drowning them out. So think about what's actually happening every time you reach for your phone in a quiet room. You're not just bored. You're avoiding a 3-part ancient alarm system. The part that reads silence as danger, the part that reads aloneness as pain, and the part that knows an unoccupied mind tends to wander somewhere uncomfortable. None of this made you weak. It made your ancestors alive. The humans who felt uneasy in silence were the ones who kept listening, kept scanning, kept surviving long enough to pass that same nervous system down to you. Discomfort with quiet isn't a flaw in your design. It's a feature that once saved lives. But here's where it gets stranger. The world you live in now is almost never actually silent, and it's almost never actually dangerous. Yet, you carry a nervous system built for a world where those two things were tightly linked. Silence used to mean predator. Now it might just mean your roommate left for work. Your brain hasn't been told the difference. This mismatch shows up everywhere once you start noticing it. People keep a television on for company. They